But in all honesty, backed her straight up first time. Jerked me like real aggressively. Mom, I'm all dirty! Good. If you're watching still and you're not bored of what I'm all saying, let me see your gloves. What kind of gloves you got on? Are you working? On what? Here's the plan, guys. We're gonna get that T8 and that quad track out of the shop today. They're pretty well finished up, getting serviced. And I'm gonna go back in our shed here where we store all the equipment. And I'm gonna see what we need to do to get the corn planter out. We have a big tractor with a blade, semi-organdy ears, a hay titer, a bed plow, a marker for gin, and a pontoon boat. That's all gotta get moved out of the way because this thing here, hold on. See that right there where my finger is, covered in tarp? It's pretty big, and we're not gonna squeeze it through any of these things. So this all has to come out. Let's get the oil and filters changed in this guy. Case Quad Track fun facts. I always think it's fun to see how much fluids some of these large tractors can hold, and this one's a pretty big one. So let's see what it holds. Engine oil, 7.5 gallons of oil. Yes, that's gallons. Cooling system, 18.4 gallons. I'm a little surprised by that. I thought it held more. Transmission oil, 19 gallons of transmission oil. Oil for the hydraulic axle system, they're one and the same in this machine. 79 gallons of oil. That's impressive. But I guess when you crawl under there and you look at the front and rear differentials in the hydraulic system, they're quite large, so that does make sense. Fuel. I know the fuel system holds 497 gallons of fuel. So when you pull up to the fuel tank, you're gonna be there a while. So those are just some fun things I always enjoy. Going through the capacities on any tractor that we have. So I hope you guys like that. Well, that was quick. Quad track's all done. Let's wrap up the service on our T8 320, which we took all those cables out and GPS equipment out. Just got to wrap up the fluids and filters and we can get this corn planter in. So let's get to it. Dad needs help quick putting round bales in for the beef. Well, we got that done. Now I can get back to watching the YouTubes while I wait for that oil to drain. I don't always do that when I change the oil. I'm waiting for it to drain. I usually go on the YouTubes. Fun facts while I have our T8 320 warming up outside to change the engine oil, which is why I got that running. Like I did with the other tractor, how about some capacities on this tractor? This engine's a much smaller. It's a smaller tractor, so it's not gonna hold as much, but it's still fun. Okay, engine oil with filter, 6.6 gallons of oil. That is a 9-liter Iveco engine. 7 gallons of coolant. Transmission. Okay, this particular tractor has a CVT. It does not have the heavy duty rear axle. That holds 49.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid. It's pretty impressive. All right, in case you were wondering, where does all of our waste oil go when we change fluids? Well, all the oil goes into this big tote, 250 gallon tote. Then we have a guy come and pick it up who uses it in his house or shop and uses it as a heat source. So works out well. Mom, I'm all dirty! Hello? Yeah, he left. All right, babe. Big day, guys, big day. Move! Move! There we go. I think the frost likes to lift up that corner there. All right, what are the chances this tractor and that truck start? Here we go. Oh, oh. Unbelievable. It's going. Let's see if we get the truck out. This is what we're after. I'll give you a little peek. Let me give you a little peek. Oh yeah. All right. And this bad boy is like dead to the world. There's nothing. Well, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Well, of course, our shed where we store all the equipment is 320 feet long. This truck is on the very end of it, and the power for the battery charger is way, way, way up there. So, this ought to be good. Charger's on. Booster is on. Let's go see if it has any life whatsoever. Life check. Hey! Beeping. Lights. Good. All right. Let's leave it charged for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and come back and see if this pig will start. All right, guys. Hold on. Come back to me. Okay, here's the deal. There's absolutely nothing cool or interesting about watching me get my corn planter out. Even though I'm excited, it's pretty boring, let's be honest. So why don't I just get back with you when it's in the shed, and I'll give you a little tour of what we got going on with that bad boy, which will be a lot more interesting. All right, we're back at the shop. Corn planter's in. Let's get this thing disassembled. Here's what we got to do. Precision Planting came out with some brackets that go underneath here by these gauge wheels. They're updated from the ones that are on here. So this all has to be disassembled on every single row, all the way down. Put new brackets in. Here they are. Bolt everything back together, okay? Next, we need to remove the row cleaner. This is what moves trash and rocks and stuff out of the way. We need to remove the gauge wheel system. We need to remove the disc protector here, and we're gonna put in conceal, it's called. That's what's in that big box pallet there. And then we can bolt everything back together. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna check the rest of it over. I have some wiring to do up here. And we're gonna get it hooked up to the tractor. Make sure everything works, get some water run through it, make sure all that works, and this thing will be ready to plant. Granted, everything goes right, and I don't add anything else. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get all the parts I need to disassemble, mainly just the gauge wheels for now, so I can change these brackets. I'm gonna get everything ready to go, change all the brackets, but I for sure know you guys don't wanna watch this. This is gonna be some boring stuff. So I'm gonna set you guys down here and I'll pick you up in a little bit. Well, it's time to load some of our beef animals, take them to a different location. So hopefully this goes smooth, but it's always interesting. Camera in one hand, backer straight up first time. Not bad, huh?
I'll make sure I take.
So my job is to stay out here and man the trailer gate. So when they run on, I'll shut the trailer. Well, it's tomorrow, and you might be thinking, what are you gonna do today? Well, we are going to get some seed oats cleaned from a neighbor down the road, so I gotta load those up on the trailer and get those over there. We are strapped and ready to go. I'm just gonna take a quick walk around the trailer, check all the straps, make sure they're tight. Oh, there's one that's a little loose. We're not going very far, but still gotta be safe and legal. Tires good on this side. Straps are good here. Truck's warming up. Let's go get her done. All right, so the reason we're getting our oats cleaned, it's for cover crop. So after we take our rye off, which we grow all the way out to seed, we use the straw. We're gonna put a cover crop in after there right away in August. A couple different species, and oats is one of them. But I don't want to put all the weeds that made it through the combine, and I don't want to plant them again. So we're gonna get it cleaned, and we're gonna make sure that there's nothing but oats in these bags. And you might be asking yourself, what's a cover crop? It is for soil health, soil erosion, nutrient stratification, things like that. And I'm a big proponent of keeping our soil healthy, keeping it where it belongs, and building our soil nutrients. So that's the reason I do it, and I love having something growing all year. All done unloading our oats. They're gonna get cleaned on Monday. It's a couple days from now. We'll go grab them again. Be able to get those planted with no foreign material in them, so that'll be real nice. I'm gonna take this T8 out of the shop. I'm gonna let it warm up, and I wanna get it, because it's brand new, I put the Trimble system in there, I wanna get the steering calibrated. Everything connects, all the modules are connected, but we have to calibrate everything before we can use it. There's steering sensors, there's a nav system, that all has to be calibrated. I wish it was just plug in and go, but we can't do that. We're gonna get a ruler, we're gonna get some flags, and we're gonna make sure this thing drives back and forth perfectly straight. So let's get that done first. Ooh, it smells good in here. It's alive. All right, guys, I am just about done calibrating the steering on this T8 tractor, and I'll just kind of explain to you what I'm doing without going through all the boring stuff with you. I'm driving back and forth in an AB line that I've already made, and I am watching my, oh boy, can you see that? I am watching this cross-track error, it's called, and I'm making some adjustments based on that. I want my cross-track error to be very, very tight to the line, and I can adjust some settings in here to make that happen. I've gone back and forth about 20 times at this point, and so far my error is just under an inch, I would say even less than that. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to make much more adjustments. Like I said, I'm just wrapping up here. But let me show you what happens here. I just engaged the steering. I don't know if you heard it beep. It is grabbing the line. See, I don't have my hands on the wheel. It went onto the line. And once I watch this number right here, holy glare. So we're just under an inch, and I'm gonna watch these green dots right here. I'm gonna make sure that we're going nice and straight. And so far, so good. So now, when I make a pass with the corn planter and I go back and forth, that when I make that line and it's 40 feet swath width, that we are exactly perfect, and my tractor is driving real straight. And I am not going back and forth, weaving back and forth like that, making some crooked rows. So the whole object is to get them nice and straight, make sure this thing is driving right exactly on the line. So if you're watching still and you're not bored of what I'm all saying, I will get this all wrapped up. Also, another thing I'm doing when I'm kind of calibrating this, getting this adjusted the way I'd like it, when I turn around and I hit my auto steer button right here, I don't want the tractor to jerk me like real aggressively. Which didn't sound very well. I don't want the tractor to grab the line very aggressively, and you can see those wheels jerk back and forth really, really quick. That also didn't sound good. I don't want those wheels to grab the line and move back and forth really quick, and you can hear it in the hydraulics, like slam one side to another. So I'm kind of getting that adjustment, which is in this monitor. I'm getting that so it's a nice smooth transition into the line, and that is working out pretty well. I got her dialed right in. Let's get this baby back in the shed, get some parts ordered up.